How you doing?
I'm doing great, Phathead. How's everything, huh?
Oh, that's the voice.
You got a great show here. So, I love Kelly Clarkson. I have to admit it, Well, Randy Jackson's a good buddy of mine. He used to be my executive producer way back then. And I know Paula Abdul way back in the 70s when she was swinging with the, we won't get into that. She was a Laker.
She was a Laker girl.
She was a Laker girl, and I was a big fan of her and the Lakers.
Randy Jackson is usually the name dropper on Idol, but look at you, Paula Abdul, Randy Jackson. Are you an Idol fan? Do you watch it?
Well, I watch it occasionally, when I go, my kids are watching stuff like that. I'm more of, I like Military Channel and things like that, I'm an old guy, Get out of the way! Where's the remote? TV ain't what it used to be, I could be dead in 10 years, who cares? There's nothing on,
You look good, though. Hey, can I ask, do you give out your age? What are you now?
I'm younger than Bruce Springsteen. How's that?
You got a lot going on, man. You're working. You got the show in Dix Hills. I got a lot of rock and roll questions for you.
Sure.
But tell us, 2 Tickets to Paradise is the play, the musical that's being put on at the Dix Hills Performing Arts Center. There's a bunch of different dates, and we're going to get them out there for you. And ticket
thank you for
information.
that. We appreciate that.
Tell
Actually, the play, I had to move it back 10 years to get rid of the first wife. But actually, it takes place in 1968, like a hair or a Godspell, which was a very interesting part in American history. There was a war in Vietnam. My brother was in Vietnam. He was lost in the DMZ zone during the 10 offensive, to tell you the truth. I was quitting the police department. I was in a rock band, and the band was moving out to California. And this is all about the night that I left home. I went to see Jersey Boys, and I said, God, this play reminds me of my band, The Grapes of Wrath.
Isn't that a great show?
It was a great show, and in Jersey Boys, his daughter unfortunately ODs. I met Frankie Valli in L.A. We did a TV show together. He lost his little girl to drugs, and I had a really bad drug overdose too. It was a thing called phenitol, which was a bad tip barbiturate. People said, how did you OD? I said, hey, it was free. And so I had a tough year, with getting back on a walker and stuff like that. So the whole play is about me quitting the police department, moving out to California with the guys in the band, and getting signed by the legendary Bill Graham, and doing a phenitol, meeting my wife. It's just a wonderful play. It's got a happy ending. It's really campy. John Blend's a great director, and everybody at Five Towns College have been really great to us.
Yeah, he's hanging out with us. You can spin the
Johnny
camera
boy.
around here. You just show him sitting over here. Great place, Dix Hills Performing Arts Center, and
It's got a lot of great new Broadway songs in it too. A song called "I Only Want the World for You" and another song called "No More Goodbyes." I took vocal lessons from a lady named Judy Davis, who taught Mel Torme and Barbra Streisand, Vicky Carr, Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra. So I got into the whole thing. She would have me sing songs like "Embraceable You," "Moonlight in Vermont." She was, very class act. Matter of fact, she just passed away. I did eulogy at her funeral. She taught me how to hit the high note. And so there's a lot of, plus growing up in Long Island, my parents are always going to Carousel or Damn Yankees. And, they bring the records home, and my sisters and I would act out the Broadway shows. So, being from Long Island, there's a lot of Broadway in me, and it's just a lot of fun to come back and, and do something like this. John said to me, would you like to do it? And I knew he was a great director. I said, "Are you serious?" And I kind of liked it better when I talked about it. It was a coffee table item. Now I'm living on Tums and cigarettes, flipping out,
Hey, you mentioned Long Island a lot here already in the first couple minutes. You're at Levittown Island Trees High School.
Levittown, never down. Matter of fact, we got a kid named Jesse Kinch.
And by the way, I'm just going to stop you for a second. I want you to pull that mic in a little closer.
All right, great,
Yeah, I want to make sure everybody hears you nice up and close. Go ahead.
Well, Jesse Kinch, he's the star of the show. He plays a young Eddie Money, and he's got a great little voice. Matter of fact, he's got more vibrato than I had. But he's a good actor, and he plays guitar, and he's doing a really good role. He's 14, but when I was 18, I always had a really high voice because, make a long story short, I was always the young guy. I always looked young, stuffy. I didn't start shaving until I was 20, 21 years old, So I was always the high singer. So Jesse's really good. He plays a great Eddie Money with me. His mother is playing my mother, and we have another little girl from Island Trees playing my wife. And we got a really great cast, and the lighting's really good, and we'll see what happens.
What are your favorite places that you hung out or still do or used to hang out and play on the island? Because everyone remembers where they used to go and sneak into when they were 18 and 19. What are your favorite spots?
Well, I played in Nassau Coliseum, which was always great. And I used to go to the ABA games when Dr. J was playing. When it was like the All-American Ball, it was the red, white, and blue ball. I used to hang out at Zoli's, which was kids from Hofstra, and Ryan's was another place, and of course the Tiger's Tail and Eppie's, my father's place. Just a lot of great clubs when I was coming up.
You know, Island Trees High School got famous a few years ago in
The
it.
Catcher in the Rye, wasn't it?
Well, I don't know
Yeah,
about
the
that.
Supreme Court, you know.
I was going to say Chicken Little from
Oh,
American
yeah.
Idol.
He's a great little talent. Matter of fact, they got when they there's a pizza parlor. It's still got a pie in his honor. I thought the kid was good too. He had a good voice. So.
How do people get tickets for this show? And don't worry, because I'm not kicking you out. This isn't like a wrap up. I
No,
got
that's
some
okay,
rock and roll
man.
stuff. But how do we get tickets? How do
I
we?
mean, I've been thrown out of worse radio stations.
What's the best way? I got my sheet. Let's show the camera my fact sheet here. You can go to DHPAC, right?
Yeah, that sticks up,
DHPAC.org.
and it's all lowercase letters, you know.
DHPAC.org for tickets. Now it's June 4th to the 7th, and then the 11th to the 24th. So you got quite a run going on.
We got quite a run on, and there's not really a lot of money in Long Island, which is unfortunate. You know, everybody's pulling off double shifts, and the wives are working, and you know, even babysitters are charging a fortune these days. Even the kids are, you know, wrecked. But it's fun, and I really think $35 compared to what a Broadway ticket it costs you $75, $80. It's different, and I did have 26 songs in the top 100. Baby Hold On, Take Me Home Tonight, Think I'm in Love, Two Tickets to Paradise. You know, just a lot of great songs, and I think the new material is a credit to you know, to my career, because we spent a lot of time putting this together, and it's really a wonderful story. It really is. It's got a happy ending, and it's got everything in it. The war in Vietnam. We use songs from the '60s like White Rabbit and Time Has Come Today by the Chambers Brothers, and We Gotta Get Out of This Place by the Animals. Everything takes place in the year 1968. So if you had a good year or a bad year, and you want to put yourself back in the '60s for 2 hours, the place to do it is Five Towns College from the 4th to the 7th. And the 11th to the 14th.
And I'm glad you changed the dates there. It's funny, the stuff that happens behind the scenes. I was handed a card by John from the center here, right? That you're from the theater, John? Are you?
I directed the play, and I'm also the general manager at the
There
theater.
you
Yes.
go. And he handed me a card June 4th to 7th and 11th to 14th. I originally said 11th to 24th. The sheet I have is incorrect, but 4th to 7th of June, 11th to 14th of June at DHPAC.org to get your tickets. I want to get into rock and roll a little bit and get back to the play.
Yeah,
You sit with me? Can you hang out?
Thanks so much for having me on. I appreciate it.